Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today, as you can see here, the nice yellow colour, we're going to be doing pack 11 of the Agora models release. I built the Lamborghini Miura. Now the way this seems to be built is we're building it in three sections, the front end, the middle and the back end. And I think today we're going to actually start working on just individual parts of that bodywork and getting that all ready to join the car together, which I'm guessing we're going to be doing in the final pack. This is the ultimate pack. That's gone quick, hasn't it? And this is a really impactful, eye-catching piece, especially that yellow colour there. If you want to get this for yourself, I have put the link down in the video description to the Agora Models website. I think we're going to be starting with the headlights today because that's where we finished off last time. So, without further ado, let's get cracking. Now it all starts with this stage here where we're supposed to be mounting the headlights, but just so you know, I already mounted the headlights in the last one, which meant putting some little tabs just on the end of this section here. I have put some instructions on the screen to show you how to do that. I didn't realise I did that in the last stage because I didn't want to lose those headlights there. But moving swiftly on, I do have this little bonnet grille support, which is just going to go into the point just here. That's going to go on there like that. And that's helped in with a type S screw. And as you can see, that's in just like that. I can just put this to one side because I'm now going to be creating some hinges for the bonnets. Now all of these parts come in stage 81. So I'm just laying everything out here. And there is a slight little bend on them. So that bend should be facing towards me. And these are going to go into the gaps just like that. And I'm going to be putting some type G screws just down each side. So I've got that here. Just start that going. Make sure it goes all the way through. And there we go. That's one in place like that. Just do the same on the other one. And with these two hinges we've created and the headlights now in the car, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 84 here, I've got the grille support. Don't want to get cutting this on the mat or I'm going to get myself into trouble. I was going to put these parts that we do get in this pack just to one side because again, I'm going to be working just on the front end of the car, in particular just the inside section now. Because the hinges that we made in the last stage are just going to go into the points just here under the front end here. It's very hard to show you. I think what I'm going to do is get these in. They're actually screwed in with one screw through that hole there of a type A, and I'll show you what that looks like. And there you go. That's the first one in just like that. Do the same on the other side. And again, get that in nice and tight. Excellent. So as you can see, the hinges now fit quite flush to that side there, like that. We now need this massive structure here that I believe we did in stage 81. And I've got a tiny detail to put inside there. It's in this bag. That's going to push into the slot we've got next to this round section here. So I'll push this in. Use some pliers just to help me out there. But as you can see, that's in there. And then we can put this to one side and this whole front end to one side because I need to bring up the main body of the car. And this is what that's looking like. And it's basically this back end that I'm interested in here. Because again, I've got some brackets to put on that. And they look just like this here. So we want these to go over these sections here. So I've got one this side with this raised section on the inside there pointing towards the middle. One there. And one will go just on the other side here. They're held in once again with those G screws. So there you go. That's one in that side. Just do the same on the other side. And a nice quick stage because once they're in, that's all there is to do in that stage. Now I'm going to bring up this back section here because in stage 85, we've got these grills here, which are upper bonnet grills and stuff, but we're not actually using them here. So again, I'm going to keep that packed to one side because what we are going to be doing is the left indicators and fog light. Now, just putting that to one side, these came in stage 82, which I'm just trying to find that pack here. Get this open. See, I haven't even opened this yet. So I'll take out the reflector and push this into the recess of the reflector here. But there is 2 little notches in there. I need to make sure that they line up, so this will push in all the way. Lining them up now. And then when I push that in, as you can see, it stays in on its own. Now, I also want the indicator, tiny piece, this one. And this is going to be going into the hole that we can see just here. So, I'm going to push this into place. And make sure that it's rotated round so it's fitting flush to the surface of the car there. Just like that. Now, if I turn this upside down, you can see just behind the headlight there, we've got a hole, which my thumb is just in front of. This is where this reflector here is going to go. And it should hold itself in. So I'm just going to push it through the hole. There you go. And push that all the way in. You heard it click then, you may have, and it does. It holds itself in. That's great. And that is all there is to do in that stage. In stage 86, I'm not even going to show you the parts of the pack because we're not using them. Once again, we've got the indicator and the fog light for the other side now. And it's exactly the same thing. So this actually came in stage 83's parts, I think. I hope you're keeping up here with what parts I'm using. It is getting a little bit confusing at the moment. There we go. So that's that pushed in again. Once again, get the indicator out. And put that into the hole at the side. Just put it in a little way. And then rotate it round so you can ensure you've got it in the right way to fit flush to the bodywork there. Just like that. And then once again, pushing this light into the hole down the front. A lot easier to get that one in then. Push it into place. And there we go. That's both of those in place. And that is all there is to do in that stage. In this stage, we were meant to do a wheel, but obviously we're not doing that now. We've been doing some more of this front end. So in stage 87, we've got the boot lid, but we're not going to be using that. We're going to be installing the front grills. Now, if you remember, we had that with these 2 parts here, which came in stage 84. So I'll get these open. And we need to put this grill over the 7 pins that we've got on this section here. So if I put this in first, it's got to be gentle with this. You don't want to bend this. I am making sure that it's all going into place. There you go. That's good. And that fits in perfectly just like that. It's sort of at an angle. But there you go. That's into place. Now those 7 holes that we had there are mirrored on the front of the car here. So when I put these in, it should fit nice and flush into this section. So I'm just lining everything up. That one's lined up, that one is as well, and just push that in. All the way around, make sure it's flush and uniform throughout. There you go. And there, that looks really good. Look at that. Perfect. Now we've got the grills to put in into these points here. Now remember, the grills came in this pack, which was stage 85. Now if we look at this grill here, you see you've got an indent in there. I want the indent to be facing up. That's going to be like sort of like a handle for this when we put this in. And we just want to clip this to the clip that we put in at the bottom previously in this pack. So I'm going to get this lined up and clipped in, just like that. So as you can see, it's in there, but if I want to lift it, I can, no problems at all. Perfect. Now I do have another one here, but we're not actually using anything else from that pack because that is all there is to do in that stage. And it is actually this stage that we are going to be putting some more parts in. So we've got the remaining upper grille looking like this. We're not using any of the parts that come in stage 88. In fact, it's the whole back end of the car. We'll show you that towards the end if we aren't using it. But I do have a little clip to put in here. And that came in the same pack as this. So get this one out. And I want to hold this grille this way round. I'm going to be putting the clip in this way. Like, wrong way. That way there. And I want to make sure this clip is sort of central and it's coming in from the underside of the grille. So I'm going to push these over the edges here to lock it into place. I'll use a flat-headed screwdriver just to help me get this other side in. Now those ends which are coming out the top here need to fit on the underside of this section. So we get to put this into place sort of like at an angle. Not the easiest thing to do, but if you want my advice, you want to put the back end in first, because you do have a little bit more play on the longer clip there. Not the easiest thing, but as you can see, those clips are in, and now both of the grills are in place. Just making sure they're aligned correctly there. That's better, and they're not going to fall out. Very tricky. Now, I don't know about these. These are the eyelashes. If I had this car, I probably wouldn't have these on here, because they're not my thing. But these are going above the headlights. They are slightly different. You've got further spaced out apart lugs and smaller ones. So they're going to go that way round. And this is the right side that I'm doing first. Now they do align with the holes that we've got already in the headlight section here. So I'm just going to push these in. And that's one side there. Let's do the bottom one. I really don't think I like these, but there you go. I'd like something a bit more solid, I think. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side here. And there you go. They're in like that. Okay, once we've done that, we can turn this over, because we're going to be now mounting this support on the underframe here. I want to keep these headlight wires out the way and put this into position this way round. So it's going to fit like that, kind of there. And this is where I realised that I think I've got this section here the wrong way round. Of course I have. So let me just take this out and spin this around. I know that because the circle was on the wrong side. So just get this out and flip it round. Silly me. But it is the World of Wayne channel. And I'll leave my mistakes in because I'm always making them. Now because that one was round the wrong way, it means that these ones here were round the wrong way as well. So I'm just having to undo the screws on these to flip this one round as well. Oh Wayne, what are you like? Just do the same on this side. 1 and 2. Perfect. That comes out, and again flip that over. Then this is going to be attached to the car here, just with A screws, making sure I don't pinch any of these headlight wires. And I have already got the A screws lined up here. It's going into the holes at the front like that. Make sure that's nice and tight in there. And just one at the other side. Perfect. Once that's in, that is all there is to do in that stage. In stage 89, we're going to be using the 2 wheel arches that we got in stages 82 and 83, I believe. And they're just going to be pretty much going into the car on each side of this front section here. So what we're going to do is put them in this way, just like this, lining it up. Perfect. And I'm going to be putting an AM screw just down the hole that we can see at the front here. Get that one in. Perfect. I said AM screw, I meant A screw then. And then a type B screw just into this point here. So that's the wheel arching. Just do exactly the same on the other side, making sure that we don't pinch this headlight wire. Tidying up the oil there, but they're now both in like that. I can put that to one side because in stage 86, which I didn't even show you the pack for, we do have a tyre now. And I just need to push the rim into the tyre. And I'm just seeing now if I need water. I can't remember. These builds all blend into each other, you see. So it feels quite rubbery. I'll have a go. No, I think I can get this in. No problems at all. We're not going to need any water or anything for this. But we do want to make sure that it fits flush around the tyre. So I'll get this in. That looks good that side. Might be best just to push the whole thing in. There we go. There you go, that's one side done. Just do the other side. Feels like these tyres have air in them. They're so easy to manipulate there. And there we go. That's that tyre in place. And that is all there is to do in that stage. Again, I will show you the packs that I'm not using, because stage 90 has got lots of electrics and stuff in it for the license plate, but we're not doing that. We're actually going to be fixing the boot lid in place in stage 90. So this will be the first time you've seen stage 88. Check that out. This is great. This is the last piece of body, I believe. We've got the centre, we've got the front, now this is the rear. Now we do have some screws in here that we're going to need to keep safe. Look at that. I'm going to show you on this camera. Look, excuse the glasses, this is what I do when I build. That looks lovely. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side because I also need stage 87. Now stage 87 has got the boot lid and the hinges, and that's what we're going to be attaching now. It looks just like this. Let's get this open so you can see how beautiful that yellow boot lid looks. Look at that. And again, the black on the inside there. Absolutely love that. Again, put that to one side. It's the hinges that I'm interested in. And what I need to do is lay these out exactly as they're going to go. So they're going to go kind of like that there. Then I've got some hinge plates which are going to go into the middle. So we're going to have one this side and one this side. And I also need some type T screws that came in this pack as well. Just 2 of those. And I'm going to be putting these into place on the underside of this back section. So, give you an idea how this goes. I'm going to be taking, very hard to see, I know. Taking the hinge, putting that at the bottom there, and then just putting one of these blanks over the top there to keep that in, securing it with a T screw. That's one. And just do exactly the same on the other side. In there like that. A blank over the top. And a T-screw and a little bit of oil to keep everything in place. Perfect. Now I just need to make sure that these move freely up and down there, which they do. Happy with that. I'm going to want to put the boot now on top of this section here, making sure it's fitting flush. Just like that there. Get some masking tape and just put 2 bits either side here, just to keep that in place for when I've got this upside down. Turn it over, and then I want to make sure that these pins are into the holes on the boot, which mine are. They're all in, that's good. And I'm going to be holding it in with some type D screws. Again, these come in that pack. Support the bonnet from underneath and put the D screw through the top here. Make sure that's tight. That's one side in. Hold it from underneath. Screw that nice and tight. That's the second one in. And now I can take this off. And we do have, as you can see, a working trunk, boot. Excellent. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So I'm going to be installing the bulkheads and preparing the brake lights now. So I do need stage 89. And this is everything that we had in stage 89. And the first thing I want to do is put the reflector in the housing for the lights. So I've got the, let me just move that slightly out of the way, the reflector here, and here's the housing for the light. That's going to go this way round, just into that cavity there. I can put that to one side because now I need these bulkheads. Get these out. Take this section that we've just been working on with the boot. I'm going to be putting these bulkheads into place. So the one that looks like this is just going to be going onto this section here, like that. And the other one is going to go onto the other section, just like that there. Now there is a hole for this tab to go in onto this front section here. So you just want to slide that in so it goes into that hole like that. Make sure they're both in. I'm going to secure it in from this side here with some A screws. Got my heavy duty screwdriver here to help me with that. But that's one in there. And just one on the other side. Now in stage 90 here, this is what was in the pack for that. I'm just going to open this up because I just need the light for that as well. And the reflector. Get those two bits out. 1 and 2. And just join these together exactly like we did at the start of this stage. I do have an extra bit on that one. I'm going to keep that safe in there. So once again, this just goes into the cavity like that. So now that looks like that. Got 2 of them now. And that is all there is to do in that stage. In fact, that's all there is to do in that whole pack. So we do have some parts left over, which I'm just going to keep safe. Especially screws and little bits like that. You don't want to lose them. So it is good to have your own box for this sort of thing. So you're not going to lose any items when you're doing this build. But as you can see, we've got that part of the car there. We've got the front part of the car there. And you saw the middle of the car earlier on in this build. So it is certainly coming along. Now, the only stage we didn't do anything with was stage 91, which looks like that, which is part of the grill here. So I'm guessing we're going to be doing that in the last pack, which will hopefully be coming soon. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. There's no live stream tonight. Today is Tuesday the... I don't know what the date is. Tuesday the 28th of March. There's no live stream tonight. The next live stream is for you Patreons tomorrow, where we're going to be continuing with a number of Agora models, the Ferrari 312. Is that it? I think that's the one, the T4. Anyway, take care.